Last night, Tim Wakefield walked off the hill hoping the bullpen would help him out and that he could secure his 200th win. He did just that. The milestone accomplished here at Fenway Park in front of the Fenway faithful. A special night from Fenway. Tim Wakefield is a 200-game winner. Welcome inside the broadcast booth. Don Orsillo along with Jerry Remy as always. Welcome to Red Sox baseball. Big night last night, not only for Tim Wakefield, but for the Red Sox who bounced back, and a big night for Dustin Pedroia.
A big night, huge night for Dustin Pedroia. Had a very bad road trip for the Red Sox, and of course when he struggles, it seems like the whole lineup struggles. But last night he was back in a big way. A couple of home runs for Pedroia. He and Jacoby Ellsbury at the top of that lineup, just dynamite for Boston last night. That home run coming early in the game on a hanging breaking ball. Later on, Pedroia with another home run. So he kind of set the tone last night for this Red Sox offense to start this homestand for Boston. When he's hot, he makes the rest of the lineup swing the bat better. It's amazing how his energy just goes right through the lineup. So the fact that Pedroia is now officially out of his slump is a great sign for the Red Sox.
Well, day baseball today in this brief two-game series. The Red Sox and Blue Jays play under blue skies from Fenway. We're back with the first pitch right after this. Kia, AT&T, Toyota's official website for deals via Toyota.com, Dunkin' Donuts, Mazda, and by Southwest Airlines. Welcome back to Fenway Park. Lots of sunshine today as the Red Sox and Blue Jays wrap up this brief two-game series. The Red Sox with a big victory here last night and trying to keep that momentum going again today. Terry Francona's Red Sox are 4 games back of the New York Yankees to start the day, but to get some more breathing room, more importantly, in the wild card scenario with the Tampa Bay Rays being down by the Orioles yesterday and the Red Sox winning. So now 4 games between the Rays and the Red Sox. And at the end of the day, Jerry, certainly you got to worry about the Yankees, but you got to worry about those Rays. They were making quite a run. Well, and especially them coming in this weekend for a 4-game series here in Boston. So, yes, it was good to pick up a game last night. It was good to get a win last night. The team, had struggled on that road trip. Dustin Pedroia leading the way with Jacoby Ellsbury, Tim Wakefield getting number 200. Just a nice night here at Fenway Park all the way around. Big offensive night for the Red Sox. Big offensive night for Dustin Pedroia, who was terrific last night and now has 20 home runs on the season for the first time in his career. As Pedroia, a 2020 man, and to go along with that, 82 RBIs and even 300 average. He's in the cleanup spot today for the Red Sox as David Ortiz is out again today. And you gonna feel it all, Jerry, for how long this is going to be for David Ortiz? Have no idea. I don't think Terry Francona knows either. He was hoping that he'd feel better toward the end of the day, maybe be able to pinch hit in this game if needed. But we really don't know. It's spasms that kicked up just prior to the game last night. And we'll just have to wait and see how long it's going to take for Ortiz. I don't have a feeling it's going to be that long. I wouldn't be at all surprised to see him being back in there tomorrow night. Well, the ballpark's still a buzz over Tim Wakefield's 200th win last night, and I think Wake is still kind of settling into him now that he's really done it. And a long run for him to try to get it, and last night certainly happy to do it in front of the Fenway faithful here last night. And the Red Sox go to work today now against these Toronto Blue Jays. They take the field today. As they do, let's check out the visiting Blue Jays starting 9. Leading it off and at shortstop is Mike McCoy with Eric Thames in left field. So Jose Bautista in right field batting third. Adam Lind is back in there. He's at first base in the cleanup spot. Edwin Encarnacion is the DH with Kelly Johnson at second base batting sixth. Brett Laurie at third base drops down to seventh in the order. J. Pierre Ncibu homered here last night. 23 home runs on the year. He does the catching. And Adam Lowen in center field bats ninth. The starting pitcher is brought to you by McDonald's, and on the mound today is John Lackey. 26th start of the year. He is 12-12 with a 6.30 earned run average. Opponent's sitting at 304 against Lackey. And last time out, a loss against the Rays. He went 3 innings, giving up 5 hits and 5 runs. Of course, got hit in the shin on a comebacker, left the game, and took the loss against the Rays.
The Red Sox defense is brought to you by Jordan's Furniture. They are third in the American League with 75 errors on the season. Kevin Youkilis will be at third base. Marco Scudero, the shortstop. Dustin Pedroia at second. And Adrian Gonzalez, the first baseman. Left to right, Kyle Crawford, Jacoby Ellsbury, and Donnell McDonald. And Jason Varitek doing the catching for John Lackey.
Well, the umpiring crew today, Angel Hernandez has the play calling the balls and strikes with Todd Titchener at first base. Crew chief Jerry Davis is at second base, and Greg Gibson, who had the plate last night, he is the umpire at third. We're available. This telecast can be heard in Spanish by selecting the SAP button on your television remote. Enjoy the game.
Buenas tardes, amigos.
Very comfortable conditions, 84 degrees. Breeze out to center at 9 miles per hour. Chance for isolated thunderstorms throughout the day as it's kind of clouding up here a little bit as we get ready for the start of day baseball from Fenway Park. And John Lackey coming in with that individual 12-12 record and trying to keep the Red Sox back on the right track. We keep saying it every time Lackey goes to the mound, but certainly it is important for John Lackey to pitch his best baseball here towards the end of the year and right on into the postseason, because he could very well be the Red Sox third starter.
It's important for all the Red Sox starting pitchers to pitch well from now till the end of the season. This thing is closed up a little bit, and last night Tim Wakefield got things going in the right direction. Hopefully continued today by John Lackey.
Mike McCoy leads it off and takes strike one from John Lackey. We're underway. A 200 hitter this season, McCoy, with a home run and 5 runs batted in. Slaps it foul, and he's down in the count 0-2. 37th start for McCoy of the year. For John Farrell, whose Toronto Blue Jays are an even 500. And is 74-74 coming into today's action. In the air down the right field line and foul. Lackey against the Blue Jays in his career, 5-7 with a 5.58 earned run average. 0-2 is fouled off to our right. One 2 to McCoy. Fouled off again to the right. McCoy making Lackey work hard here. First batter of the game.
And McCoy's only faced John twice in his career. Has 1 hit, 1 for 2. Not a big track record for a lot of these Toronto hitters against Lackey.
McCoy strikes out in the end. He fouled off 4 straight pitches, but Lackey gets him. Out number 1 comes by way of the K.
After a number of fastballs, Lackey goes to the curveball to pick up the strikeout. All those pitches away from McCoy, fastballs and curveball.
So one down here in the first inning for Eric Thames. 266, 10 home runs, 32 runs batted in for Thames. He was 2 for 4 in the ball game last night with a double, scored 2 runs. He has 10 home runs on the season. His last home run came against the Red Sox in a solo shot off Michael Bowden. And the Red Sox were in the Rogers Center up in Toronto on the last road trip. Lined into right field, a base hit for Thames. 1-out single, first base runner of the day for the Blue Jays.
Well, just as Lackey got McCoy to strike out on a curveball, it's a curveball that Thames hits for the base hit. Curveball stays out over the plate, and Thames hooks it on a line to right field for the base hit.
So 1 out, 1 on, and Jose Bautista, the batter. So he's a right fielder with terrific numbers again this year. 42 homers, 100 runs batted in, 304 batting average for Bautista. Leads the majors in home runs, walks 115, on base percentage at 443, slugging percentage at 630, and is ahead in the count 2-0. A Wakefield home run last night, a 2-run shot for Bautista off the foul pole down the left field line. That is just outside, 3-0. Well, his 42nd home run of the year. Had a chance to go foul, it appeared, but clanks off the pole. The 3-0 pitch is ball 4, and again trying to get that corner, not getting the call from Angel Hernandez. A couple close ones there.
Everything away, as you can see, and this last pitch on the 3-0 count, that's also away. Lackey wanted that 3-0 pitch, but did not get it.
Well, for Bautista, another walk, 116, Major League leading. First and second, 1 down, Adam Lind, the batter. In the last 17 games, he's really struggled, hitting at 176. 12 for 68 over the last 17 games. As he takes ball 1. In there for a strike, 1-1.
Well, you knew Adam Lind would be in there today. We haven't seen him for a couple of games, but he's hitting .565 against John Lackey.
And up here in a spot in the first inning with 1 out and 2 on. Blue Jays ranked 9th in the American League in overall average, hitting at .252. They're 5th in runs scored with 692, and trying to get something done here in the top of the first inning against John Lackey. It's in there for strike 2, 2-2.
Cut fastball from Lackey, back door, picking up the outside corner.
Swinging a foul tip for Lind, who stays alive. Still 2-2. Lind, who has 24 home runs on the year. Edwin Encarnacion waits on deck for the Jays as they bat here in the top half of the first inning. Slap foul, still 2-2. Lackey last time out going 3 innings. The outing before that 5 innings. His last victory came at Texas on the 23rd of August. Had 6 2/3 in that effort and gave up 4 runs, but got the victory in that outing. As Jason Varitek out to talk to Lackey. We mentioned in his last start Friday in Tampa Bay, right back at him, and it was in the bottom of the 3rd inning. This would be the last inning he would work. He had it wrapped up, taped up in between innings, but did not come back out. John Jaso is the one that sent it right back at him, and Terry Francona taking no chances with him at that point and took him out of the game.
And he still got a nasty bruise on that leg.
3 innings, 5 hits, and 5 runs. Lynn sends it to center. Ellsbury will make the running catch into right center. And advance for the base runners, 2 down.
Ball hit pretty good by Adam Lynn, but an excellent jump in center field by Jacoby Ellsbury, and Ellsbury makes it look easy to get the second out of the inning.
So 2 down for Edwin Encarnacion, the DH for the Jays. 276, 16 homers, and 50 runs batted in. He's primarily been the DH. Takes strike 1 from Lackey. Got a very good second half in 54 games since the break. He's hit at .303. A base percentage of .390, slugging percentage of .535. Foul tipped, and it's 0-2. That goes flying into the seats.
Well, we've had a lot of those this season. Unfortunately, nobody has been seriously hurt by it. This bat just goes flying. Not quite the record here at Fenway for the season. I think Josh Hamilton holds that. University of Connecticut, huh?
Yeah, he's decked out in all the gears.
Yeah,
with the
he's
shirt
got
and
it
the
all.
hat.
Yeah.
Up the middle into center field, a base hit for Encarnacion. Thames will be waved around. He will score for the Jays. It's an RBI single for Edwin Encarnacion, and Toronto takes a 1-0 first inning lead.
Encarnacion gets a cut fastball from Lackey. Not a bad pitch. It's away. It's actually off the outside part of the plate. And Encarnacion takes it up the middle for the base hit. So Thames comes around with the first run of the ball game for the Blue Jays.
Sixteenth earned run given up by John Lackey in the first inning of his outings this year. His 19th run overall. And he's given up in the first. With 2 down, the Jays with runners in first and second again, and Kelly Johnson, who came into the game last night defensively, starts the game at second base here today. It's in tight, and it's 2-0. Johnson at .215, 2 homers and 4 runs batted in. He's coming over from the Arizona Diamondbacks. Dillard saw Aaron Hill and John McDonald go out west. Swing and a miss, 2-1.
Lackey goes to the slider on the 2-0 count to pick up the first strike on a swing and miss by Kelly Johnson. Johnson does strike out a lot.
He's really struggled lately. 0 for his last 12. There's 2 hits in his last 25 at bats. Little bloop headed out to shallow left center, falling fast and in for a hit. Round from second comes Batista. He will score as Encarnacion takes third on an RBI bloop single for Kelly Johnson. The Blue Jays take a 2-0 lead.
Bloop would be the best way to describe that. There's no question about it. Just a little bloop out in the left field. Nobody can catch it. Scudero goes back. Crawford comes in. Ellsbury comes in. It just lands right in the middle of the Bermuda Triangle. And another run comes across for the Blue Jays.
First and third, 2 down and 2 runs in here for Toronto. There's Brett Laurie. Laurie had 308 to start the day, 9 homers, 23 runs batted in. He's had quite a splash on the scene since being called up for the first time in his major league career. 37 games since making his major league debut on August the 5th. As he takes strike one. Well, since coming up, he's led all rookies in the major leagues with 4 triples, 9 homers, .638 slugging percentage, 21 extra base hits. He's already had an impact on this season series as well. He had a walk-off home run against the Red Sox up at the Rogers Center. So September the 5th off Dan Wheeler. As the Jays took 3 out of 4 in that series north of the border. There's an 0-1. In tight, 1-1 to Laurie. In 5 games against the Red Sox, a .375 average. He's only made his presence felt not only in the major leagues but against the Red Sox in the season series. This will be the 30th pitch of the first inning for John Lackey. And it's inside for ball 2. Encarnacion at third, Johnson at first, 2 down in the first inning. Runner goes at first. This is chopped out to short. Scudero plays the high hop and throws Laurie out to end the inning. But the Blue Jays get a pair, take a 2-0 lead. Nothing. Blue Jays off to a good start as the Red Sox come to bat against Ricky Romero. 30th start of the year. His 14-game winner on the season, 14-10. He was the pitcher of the month, the American League in August, and beat the Red Sox last time out for first time in a long time. He's just 3-6 in his career against Boston, but a very good outing. You get to see the Ricky Romero that everybody else sees for the first time, really, last time out against the Red Sox. He was very good. And has a 2-0 advantage even before he took the hill today. Jacoby Ellsbury leading it off here in the bottom of the first inning. Ellsbury hits a one-hopper that explodes on Johnson, but he picks it and throws out Ellsbury for the first out of the first inning. Let's check out the Red Sox starting lineup, brought to you by your New England Chevy dealers. As Jacoby Ellsbury leads it off, he is in center field with Marco Scutaro at shortstop, Adrian Gonzalez at first base, Dustin Pedroia at second base, Kevin Youkilis at third base in the 5 spot, Ryan Lavarnway is the DH, with Carl Crawford in left, Jason Varitek does the catching, he bats 8th, and Darnell McDonald in right field bats 9th. We love being on television. 1 out as Marco Scutaro takes strike 1.
Speak for yourself, Don.
Scutaro at 290, 6 home runs, 48 runs batted in. And Marco Scutaro at 95 degrees. Temperature gauge developed by Baseball Info Solutions and Bill James. 6 games, 9 for 22. It's outside for ball 2, 2-1. Scutaro 2 for 3 in the game last night, and after a quiet series in Tampa Bay. And this one is in the dirt, down low, 3-1. There is Adrian Gonzalez. Red Sox batting here in the home half of the first inning, trailing 2-0 out of the gate today. That's a strike, and it's a full count. I mentioned Ricky Romero, the pitcher of the month for August. It's 5-0 with a 2.05 ERA. Major League low 160 opponent batting average in the month of August. First Blue Jay to win monthly award since Roy Halladay in April 2007. This is hit well out to deep left center field, and it's off the wall. Adam Lowen plays the carom, but Scutaro glides into second base. What a terrific season series he's had against his old team, the Toronto Blue Jays.
He sure has. He has worn them out all season long. 333 hitter against Romero coming into the ball game. That will jump with this ball off the left field wall. Scutaro in a scoring position at second base. So it'd be nice to see the Red Sox bounce back and get at least one here in the first inning.
Safe at second, safe and secure. New York life. Scutaro in scoring position. 1 out for Adrian Gonzalez. It's at 340. 25 home runs, 109 runs batted in. And it's in there for strike 1. Adrian 2 for 4 in last night's game with an RBI and a walk. That 340 average still leads the majors. Curveball snapped off in there for strike 2.
Red Sox will see a cross seamer, a 2-seamer, the breaking ball, and the changeup from Romero.
Foul tip to stay alive. Adrian in 15 games in the season series against Toronto at 387, 5 home runs, 15 runs batted in. Good numbers against everybody in the American League, but very good numbers against the Blue Jays. In a quiet series in Tampa, Adrian was 1 for 9 in the series against the Rays. Adrian lines it to short, could be 2, and it is. Diving is McCoy to beat Scutaro back to the bag and to end the first inning. Blue Jays have a 2-0 lead after 1. $26 million in cash prizes. Official Red Sox guaranteed chances to win up to $25,000 from the field at Fenway Park. It's the season's first perfect game. Visit masslottery.com. Brewer, Maine represented here at Fenway Park. Welcome to your first Red Sox game.
We won't tell anybody.
Just between you, me, Jerry, and two other people.
Red Sox Nation, that's all.
Sure your teacher will not find out. Someone has not texted her already. As JP Arancibia leads it off here in the second inning. Arancibia, 221. 23 home runs. Very good power numbers for Arancibia on the year in his rookie campaign. Arancibia, Lowen, and McCoy to bat in the inning. 8-9-1 for the Jays here in the second inning. John Lackey had to throw 31 first inning pitches. Give up the 2 runs. The Jays left 2 men on 3 hits. Lackey had a pretty good stretch going. In 7 starts, he had a career high 6 straight decisions. And a 3.92 earned run average and 34 Ks, just 7 walks. As he won 6 straight, this one is on the ground foul. And really gave him the opportunity right now to be at the 500 mark. He has lost 3 straight, though, since then, and 4 of the last 5. Last 3, he lost at home to New York, at home against Texas, and against Tampa Bay. 1-2 popped up right side of the infield. Adrian Gonzalez coming in. Makes the catch for the first out of the second as we send it down to Heidi.
Don, the Red Sox rotation has been in flux, and one of the guys that's been sidelined since the beginning of September is Erik Bedard. The lefty hasn't pitched since September 3rd after straining his left lat muscle. Now, Bedard threw on flat ground yesterday and today, but no real timeline has been set for his return. Terry Francona has the latest.
I don't know how close we are to having him pitch. That's just, we love for him to pitch. We don't want to rush him to pitch because that's not going to help anybody. So we just kind of take it a day by day and see when he's ready. What we want to do, we know where we're at. We need to win games, but we also, you don't want to make decisions based on urgency where they end up hurting you as opposed to helping you.
Francona also laid out the rotation for the series against the Rays, which starts tomorrow. Kyle Weiland takes the mound for Game 1, followed by Josh Beckett on Friday in his first start since the 5th. John Lester will go Saturday, Tim Wakefield on Sunday. Francona also said John Lackey will pitch one of the games of next Monday's doubleheader against Baltimore, but he is not sure who the other starter will be at this point. Don?
All right, Heidi, thank you very much. Well, Jerry, it sounds like there's a couple things at work here with Erik Bedard. I mean, it's not just one injury, which is part of the problem.
Yeah, I think the biggest problem right now is the lat, according to what Terry Francona said this morning. The knee seems to be healing up pretty good, but the lat problem continues to be a problem.
There's a line drive into right. Adam Lowen has got a sharp single to right field. The thing about the knee, of course, that's what he was on the DL for.
That causes the lat problem. You could tell the last couple of times that he pitched, he looked very stiff, especially early in the ball game with his knee. And, of course, that puts a lot of pressure on the arm and the shoulder and everything else, and I think that's probably how that injury cropped up. So, we don't know right now. We just don't know how long it's going to take him to return, and hopefully sooner than later.
The one thing about him, though, is when he has come back, he's not a guy that likes to rehab or do long-term stuff to get ready. He likes to get back in there and do it at the major league level, and he took his lumps in a few of those outings for Seattle as he tried to work that pitch count up, and he really did it after the trade coming here to the Red Sox. He ended up kind of working it out, low pitch counts, and trying to work his way back. So we may see something similar again when it is time for him to come back. Went just 1 1/3 innings when he came back the first time for Seattle and was roughed up in that outing. He was on the DL for just over a month that time. But we'll see. So 0-2 to Mike McCoy with 1 out. Adam Lowen at first base. And fly ball foul. McCoy struck out in the first inning, the only K so far for John Lackey today. So looks here in the second inning with 1 out.
I'd like to send happy birthday wishes along to Hunter Balducci, who is 9 years old today. So happy birthday, Hunter.
Fly ball out to right center field. Over goes McDonald from right to make the catch for the second out. And then back to first goes Lowen. He's late kind of getting back, but he is back. 2 down. Red Sox Nation, if you need medical care while at Fenway Park, visit the Beth Israel Deaconess First Aid Stand behind Section 12. Beth Israel Deaconess Medical Center is the official hospital of the Boston Red Sox. Visit them at bidmc.org. 2 outs in the second inning. Adam Lowen at first base and Eric Thames the batter. Runner goes, and swinging and fouling it off is Thames.
We've seen Lowen do everything, haven't we? A guy that was a former pitcher, as we've mentioned before. He's got base hits, and he's trying to steal a base. We saw him make a nice defensive play last night, robbing Kyle Crawford of a home run. Pretty impressive.
This one fouled off down the left field line. It really is amazing how quickly he's made the transition. Take a look at his catch from last night.
I thought for sure that Crawford had himself a home run right there, but no. Lowen reaches across and is able to take it away from him.
This only guy that is comparable recently has been Rick Ankiel, who went from being a pitcher to a very good defensive center fielder. There's a swing and a miss. Thames strikes out. Lackey gets him. The Blue Jays don't score in the second, but have a 2-0 lead. Park 2-0. Blue Jays on top of the Red Sox. Dustin Pedroia leads it off and sends one into left. I get the feeling he's in just one of those modes right now.
You know, he's unique. I mean, I've never seen a guy that goes cold, and that doesn't happen very often, but then just gets hotter than you can possibly get, and that's what Pedroia is getting right now. It started last night, after a very tough road trip, and it continues here this afternoon. First pitch fastball, line drive, base hit.
The key matchup, which is updated, is brought to you by your New England Honda dealers. Now 450 against Ricky Romero. Jerry, when he first came up, I remember one of the interviews that he did, and he was hitting about $150 in May. When he had the interview, he said, when I get hot, I get really hot.
Yeah.
And I remember thinking, okay.
Yeah. And he got really hot.
And he did. And of course, he went on to win Rookie of the Year and everything else, but boy, he really does get hot when he gets hot. Hot right now, no doubt about it. A single to begin things here in the second. Chop foul outside of third. Youkilis turning to the Red Sox lineup as the Red Sox returned home to Fenway Park last night. One-two is out to center field, a base hit. Pedroia will stop at second, now go to third as Lowen bobbles it in center field, and that costs them, as it'll be an error as Pedroia is able to take third base. He had fully stopped at second.
Youkilis gets on top of a high fastball and hits that line drive to center field. Lowen picks up his first error as the ball will clank off his glove and allow Pedroia to go to third base. Has to cover some ground, and you see right there, cannot come up with it. It's backed up by Eric Thames in a first and third situation.
So nobody out. Ryan Lavarnway is the DH today. The DH and the Red Sox were in Texas when he first came to the big leagues. The absence of Ortiz then. David has been experiencing some back spasms that kept him out of the lineup last night. This marks the first Major League at bat for Lavarnway at Fenway Park. One of his at bats coming on the road so far. He's just 24 years of age. As he takes a strike over the inside corner. Big Poppy came out right before the game last night and still ailing today. Listed as day-to-day at the moment. Chop towards the left side. It is knocked down by Laurie. He'll get nobody, and a run will score. Pedroia in from third base. Red Sox are on the board.
Now we'll see how they score this. If Laurie comes up with it, he's probably got a force out at second base. The run's going to score anyway. A little tap. You can see going to the left is Laurie. He has a play at second base. He has to play an in-between hop. This will be interesting scoring. It may go as a base hit.
Base hit and an RBI as Crawford tried to lay the bunt down but fouls it off. So Varnway gets credit for a base hit and a run batted in. Red Sox on the board. Two on, nobody out. Crawford down in the count 0-1. Crawler 253, 11 home runs, 53 runs batted in. As he takes ball one, 1-1. Couple of hits here last night for Carl, going 2 for 4 in the game. Well, time is running out to vote for the player who's gone above and beyond expectations in Boston this season for a chance to drive away in a brand new 2011 Chevy Silverado, courtesy of your New England Chevy dealers. Cast your vote for the 10th Player Award by tomorrow at NESN.com/10th player. This one bounces in, and everybody's going to move up. Youkilis takes third. Varnway takes second on a wild pitch uncorked by Ricky Romero.
Tried to snap off that breaking ball, and it gets by J.P. Arancibia. And base runners advance. 2 men in the scoring position now for the Red Sox.
So second and third, nobody out. Run in, and Crawford with a count of 2-2. Well, Dennis and Callahan are in the house, and they're going to be joining us during the game. A little bit later, taking in the game from some very good seats. Two. A swing and a miss. Crawford down on strikes for the first out of the inning. It's also first strikeout for Ricky Romero.
That curveball can be very tough, especially on left-handed hitters, and that time he gets Crawford to chase one for the first out of the inning.
So one out, second and third. Jason Varitek coming up. 230, 11 home runs, 33 runs batted in. Jason had a quiet road trip, going 1 for 10. Saltalamacchia started the first game of the homestand here last night. They have made a change on Lavarnway's play. They've charged an error to Brett Laurie at third base.
I don't agree with that call.
It's a fielder's choice. He does get credit for an RBI, but no base hit. This was the play that was in question.
And why I question it is because of that final hop that came to. If he's able to play it on the big hop and he drops it, that's an error, but it bounced again.
He's out to second base, and the throw to first is in time to get Varitek, but the tying run scores. Youkilis in, and the Red Sox tie it up 2-2. Varitek picks up his 34th RBI of the year.
Infield playing back, just make contact, get a ground ball, you get a run. And Varitek does that with the ground ball at second base.
So 2 down here in the second inning. Barnway at third base and Darnell McDonald the batter. As he takes ball 1. 203, 5 homers and 20 runs batted in. It was a defensive replacement last night as he takes strike 1. To third base, Laurie picks it and throws across for the out that ends the inning. But the Red Sox get a pair of runs, tie the score 2-2 at the end of 2. To you in part by Eastern Bank, the official bank of the Red Sox television network. Commitment, compassion, and love of the game. Find out what we're made of at easternbank.com. Well, John Lackey giving up 2 runs in the first. His offense gets him even again with 2 runs in the bottom of the second inning. Jose Bautista tries to hold up, does, but takes the strike. Bautista worked a walk and scored as part of the 2-run first inning for the Jays. Back to Lackey, grabs it, flips to first for out number 1, and send it down to Heidi.
Tim Wakefield won the Roberto Clemente Award for Major League Baseball last season, and now David Ortiz has been named the Red Sox nominee for the 2011 Roberto Clemente Award. The honor is handed out annually to the player who best represents baseball on and off the field through sportsmanship and community involvement. Fans can vote for the winner between the 30 teams players at ChevyBaseball.com/Clemente. Ortiz is heavily involved with charity work in the community, both with the Red Sox Foundation and his own charity, the David Ortiz Children's Fund. And yesterday, Ortiz announced his annual celebrity golf tournament in the Dominican, which has raised $650,000 in the first 3 years. That star-studded event is December 1st through 4th at a beautiful resort in the Dominican. And for more information on that, you can go to davidortizchildrensfund.org. Don?
All right, Heidi, thank you very much. Always a tremendous event for David every offseason. As this one is popped up foul ground, Youkilis has a chance, and he makes the play. 2 down in the third. With the Patriots season underway and the Bruins soon to follow, now is the time to save your seat at Gillette Stadium and TD Garden. Visit aceticket.com right now to get great seats to upcoming Bruins and Patriots games.
What did Sean Thornton tell us last night, that they got to be there at 6 o'clock in the morning for their physicals? Is that
what he said? Wow. Well, things happen early anyway. I don't know if you could get used to the way hockey works as far as, I mean, there's a lot of stuff. You got the morning skate. Even on game day, you got morning skate. Got to be there early. Skate 45 minutes to an hour and then go back. The one thing I liked about the hockey thing, you take a midday nap, which you would really like.
I take that anyway.
Yeah, well, this was. We also have a really big meal.
What do the players do? Like, they take that skate, then they go back home and then come back?
Yes. Yeah, you go back, you have a meal, and then you take your nap, and you grab a coffee, and you go to the rink, and it's go time.
Wow. I'm glad we do it all in one package.
Right, you're here
batting practice
for one event. It's all right
go
here.
Go right into the game.
Right.
So just one trip in.
That's it. On the road, it's not bad, though, because you go from the hotel. But actually, yeah, it is bad. You go, like, you'd go to the park for the morning skate or whatever, then you come back.
I think that would be bad. Yeah.
It's too much, but it's only a couple times a week.
Do the announcers have to go to the skate?
It's the biggest time of your day if you're the radio announcer, because that's when you do your interviews, is during the morning skate.
So you get all your work done then.
Fill up all your intermissions then.
So you don't have to show up like we show up, say, 2 o'clock for a 7 o'clock game. You don't have to show up that early.
No, you can come back a little bit later because all your work's done. You get it done at the morning skate. From a production standpoint, this is to deep short. Scudero slides, pops up from his knee, but it's going to be late. And Edwin Encarnacion will reach on a base hit with 2 outs in the inning.
A nice effort by Marco Scudero going into the slide, making the backhanded play. A pretty accurate throw to first base, but just too far to throw from your knees. One hops it to Gonzalez, but Encarnacion beats it out. So Encarnacion 2 hits on the day already.
You've been known to take naps at parks. You don't even need to have a midday nap.
Let me tell you something. I can take naps anywhere now. It's unbelievable.
Here's you in Arizona. This was right before the game.
Highly medicated, Don.
So you're saying you passed out. You're really not napping. You're.
You know what? I could never sleep on planes before.
Yep.
I love it now.
No problem.
It's like every flight's like a 10-minute flight.
I wish I could. I'm the only one that can't. Stiglione can sleep like that. They couldn't even get him up on the last flight.
They couldn't get him up on the last flight. I thought we were going to leave him on the plane.
Walk by him, still asleep.
He would end up back in Atlanta if somebody didn't get him up.
Joe is awake right now. Kelly Johnson with a swing and a miss, and it's 2-1. A single to drive in a run in the first inning.
Sometimes I think I sit right in front of Joe on the plane, and sometimes I think that he's talking to me, but he's actually not. He's really talking to himself. Because I turn around.
Again, everybody.
And he's actually talking to himself. And then the next thing you know, you turn around and he's sleeping.
He's now talking to Bethany, the statistician, getting the very latest information. For strike two. He's probably checking tweets right now and saying Jerry Remy says that he talks to himself on the plane.
Well, we all talk to ourselves at times, don't we? I mean,
sure. Encarnacion started and stopped. Lackey noticed and jumps off the hill, but Encarnacion had retreated to the bag at first.
We have no idea what our afternoon ratings are going to be today. We could be talking to ourselves today. Who knows? You don't know.
Right now.
You just don't know.
Do you ever hear some of the conversations that Joe is having with himself behind you? Or?
No, but no. I can't repeat some of them. Sometimes he gets very upset.
Graphic in nature, or are they?
I think he's working on a book. I think he's working on a book because he's putting a lot of information down, and I just got this feeling he's working on a book.
Well, Joe's done a few already. He's a swing and a miss. Kelly Johnson down on strikes to end the top of the third inning. Game tied 2-2. With an outdoor men's college hockey doubleheader. Don't miss the four-way border war between four state schools. Vermont battles UMass, and the University of New Hampshire will take on the University of Maine. Tickets are on sale now. Get your tickets at redsox.com/frozenfenway. Two-two game. On to the bottom of the third inning we go. The top of the Red Sox order: Jacoby Ellsbury, Marco Scutaro, and Adrian Gonzalez featured in the inning against Ricky Romero. Breaking ball that has Ellsbury ducking out of the way. Jacoby grounded out to second base in the first inning. Tap foul, 1-1. Well, for Ellsbury, 108 degrees coming into today. It's pretty hot.
That's Phoenix hot.
14 for his last 28, 3 homers, 9 runs batted in. 50% of the temperature calculated using the hitter's last 3 to 4 games. 25% previous 3 or 4 games. 25% dates back to the beginning of the season.
I'd like to get my hands on the formula, though, you know?
Yes.
So it tells us how much it goes up and down and because of certain things. That's under lock and key.
1-2 to Ellsbury. In the dirt, and it's 2-2. Ricky Romero gave up the 2 runs in the second inning after back-to-back base hits by Pedroia and Youkilis. Turned out to be RBIs for Lavarnway and Veritek. To right field, and this is going to get in and head back towards the track and the wall. Ellsbury headed for at least 2. He'll touch second. He's thinking 3. Throw will go in that direction. It's late. It's a triple for Jacoby Ellsbury.
Well, the heat index just went up a bunch with that triple. Breaking ball here that stays on the inside part of the plate, and Ellsbury lines it all the way out to that 380 mark. Played off the wall by Batista, but no problem getting to third base for Jacoby. He's one left-handed that really has hit Romero very well. 429 coming into the game. That extends a hitting streak now to 18 games.
Well, Ellsbury with the 18-gamer now, 387 during that time. 4 home runs, 11 doubles, 13 RBIs. 90 feet away with the go-ahead run for the Red Sox here in the 3rd inning.
You know, his temperature probably just went from 108 to probably, what, 112 maybe or something?
Yes, but we don't know.
We don't know. He better see a doctor. The temperature's getting very high.
Somebody get some ice. '40th pitch for Romero, and it's in there for a strike. 2-1. Scudero doubled in the 1st inning. 1 for 1 today. Red Sox have 5 hits. Pitches outside, 3-1. Is lined towards left. Thames coming in. He'll make the catch. Ellsbury's tagging. He's going to try it. Here comes the throw. It's cut off. Red Sox take the lead. Sac fly from Marco Scudero has the Red Sox on top 3-2.
What a nice feeling it is for a hitter when you have speed at third base like Jacoby Ellsbury. That ball was not hit all that deep, and a lot of guys probably would not have been able to score on this, or they would not have tried it. But with Ellsbury's speed, just about a guarantee. The double box, the tag, the catch, and in comes Ellsbury with the lead run. Mike Narachi threw a dubs on us there. Actually, Russ. Oh, yes, Russ Kane. He put the dubs up.
Yeah, crediting the wrong dubs.
I'm not familiar with what goes on in the front. Maybe today we'll have trips.
Adrian Gonzalez lined out to short into a double play in the 1st inning. Ellsbury triples to begin this inning. The sac fly for Scudero. Red Sox have a lead. They trailed 2-0 at one point in this game, but back on top now. Adrian backing out of the way of that 96-mile-an-hour fastball.
Fastball up and in here on Adrian Gonzalez. Moves him back just a little bit.
Adrian gets jammed, grounds it softly right side to Johnson at second. He throws him out. And he's second out of the 3rd inning. Tonight at 10, join Jack Edwards for Nesson Daily, presented by Sun Life Financial. Jack sits down for a conversation with Bruins defenseman Johnny Boychuk. Darren McIntosh will have the Patriots midweek report from Gillette Stadium. Plus Naoko Funayama reports from Bruins captain's practice at Ristusha. All this and much more on NESN Daily. Tonight at 10, only on NESN. It's outside ball 1 to Dustin Pedroia. Outside and high, 1-1. Pedroia leads the majors against left-handed pitching coming into today's action. A .368 average against lefties. And a good start against this particular lefty today. Pedroia singling to left field in the second inning. In the air down the right field line, over comes Batista to the warning track to make the catch. That ends the inning. Red Sox get the go-ahead run. We played 3. It's 3-2 Boston.
Resort Casino December 9th and 10th. Visit Foxwoods.com for tickets. Foxwoods is the official resort casino of the Boston Red Sox.
Back at Fenway Park, where the Red Sox have a 3-2 lead over the Blue Jays. Brett Lawrie leading it off here in the 4th inning. Lawrie takes a pitch outside. Lawrie grounded out to shortstop in the 1st inning, getting his 2nd at bat against Lackey. Tap foul off the end of the bat, and it is 1-1. Lackey's trouble inning was the 1st when Blue Jays got 2 runs off him. He would throw 31 1st inning pitches. Much better 2nd and 3rd, giving up hits in each, but nobody advancing to second base. And here he is in the 4th inning now, working with a lead. 1-1 to Lawrie is a swing and a miss on the fastball. It's 1-2. Gone around. They check. No, says Todd Titchener, first base umpire. And it's 2-2 to Lawrie, followed by Aaron Sebia and Lowen.
Not even close that time to a swing for Lawrie.
On the ground towards Scudero at short. Gets the high hop. Fires across for the first out of the inning. I want to remind you to enter the Ford Double Play Sweepstakes, and you could be driving home in a brand new 40-mile-per-gallon Ford Focus throughout the first pitch at Ford Day at the ballpark on Sunday, September 18th. Enter to win. You like New England Ford on Facebook. One out in the fourth inning as JP Arancibia stands in. Blue Jays catcher fouled out to Adrian Gonzalez in the second inning. The pitch for Lackey misses, and it is 3-0. As he falls behind Arancibia here with one out in the fourth inning. Lackey has walked one batter. That was part of the first inning. 2-run first inning for the Jays, and that walk turned into a run. It was Jose Batista. His 3-0 pitch to Arancibia. That's in there for strike one. Lackey with 3 strikeouts through the first 3 1/3 innings. This one fouled off to our right and out of play. Full count. Pat Tabler with a grab.
Well, they've been hot over there today. Tabler's got one, and Alan Ashby has one also. Bounced.
He's got a piece of Buck Martinez. These two have been busy. Three-two pitch. Broken bat, grounder to the backhand of Scudero at short. A bobble, and safe will be Arancibia. Scudero charged with an error. One out in the fourth inning.
On the transfer from the glove to the throwing hand, just dropped by Marco Scudero. He gets to it. He gets to it on the backhand. Then as he comes up to throw, it just pops right out of the glove, out of the throwing hand. That'll be the 13th error of the season on Scudero at shortstop.
So one out there in CB at first base, and Adam Lowen now the batter. Lowen is single to right field in the second inning. One of the 5 hits the Blue Jays have today. As he lays off and takes ball one. There's a strike, 1-1. Lowen got his first big league time as a pitcher for the Orioles in 2006. Came in and was 6-6 in 22 games. 19 starts for Baltimore that year. 5.37 ERA. Then was 2-0 in 2007 with the Orioles in 6 starts. And the last time he pitched 08, he was 0-2. Spent a lot of that year rehabbing. John Dennis and Jerry Callahan will be along next inning. One ball, 2 strikes to Adam Lowen with 1 out and JP Arancibia at first base. Swinging a foul tip. Veritek holds on. Lowen strikes out. 4th strikeout for John Lackey. 2 down.
A curveball previous to this for a swing and miss, and fouls up with the fastball at about 92 miles an hour to pick up the strikeout.
Well, before the game, Terry Francona inducted into the National College Baseball Hall of Fame. Dave Magadan a few years ago had been inducted already and was alongside Terry Francona.
Look at Tito with the hair.
Yes, look at the moss. It's flowing. Once went to the University of Arizona and had a nice video tribute to Terry Francona in his collegiate career. Look at this moss. Look at that.
Yeah, doesn't even look like Tito.
No. No resemblance to the Monopoly-looking guy that he is now. Pitch is a check swing grounder. Scudero at short will go to second for the force out that wraps up the inning. We are done with 3.5. It's 3-2. Red Sox on top.
Best sports talkers in Boston, Dennis and Callahan, now on 93.7 FM. It all begins at 6 a.m. on WEEI Sports Radio Network and right here on Nesson. Although I don't think Remdog gets up till about 8:30?
About 2 minutes before the phone rings, I think.
Yeah.
About 2 minutes.
Good morning.
3-2. Red Sox on top. Terry Callahan, John Dennis, obviously in the booth. Welcome, boys.
My mediocre broadcasting career is now complete. In the booth with you two guys. This is good. I can die a happy man by midnight.
Now, I got to ask you something. Since you guys have come to Nesson now, you've come over to this side a little bit and you're on the mornings. Have you changed what you wear in the morning? Is there makeup involved? I mean,
Jerry
what's
actually
different?
brushes his teeth from time to time.
I bathe.
Monday, Wednesday, and Friday he brushes his teeth. Tuesday, Thursday he bathes.
I bathe every Tuesday, whether I need it or not.
But no other changes otherwise.
No.
You didn't change anything in your act at all?
You got to change. You're going to FM, right?
That's true, but they don't make us wear ties. I know you like wearing a tie and a jacket, Remdog.
Yeah, I love it, yeah.
We get to go golf shirt, casual, every day of the week.
Nice.
Do you know how good you're going to sound on FM high definition clarity tomorrow morning?
Is that right?
Really good.
This is going to be a first?
Really
yes,
good.
Yes, It's your FM debut tomorrow, Remdog. What time is Remdog on?
Striking out here as they throw him out at first base, first out of the inning. Can you lock in on a time, Jerry? Because it's always kind of a fluid situation.
8:30. What's good for you?
Tomorrow is...
I think 8:30.
8:30.
Yeah.
8:30.
So set your alarm rate 8:20.
No, I'm always up about a half
good.
hour before.
Okay, good.
Yeah. Sit down, read the paper, you know.
Except when he had no power and no coffee. Then he was that was difficult.
That was bad.
Yeah.
I don't know how you guys do it. What time do you guys get up in the morning every day?
No one's ever asked me that before.
Because I think about it. Those are things I think about.
3:45.
I
my
slip
alarm
into
rings,
about
and I tell
4.
people that when I was younger, I wasn't done throwing up until 3:45. But now that's when I get up.
So what time do you go to bed? I mean, how do you possibly
Sox
watch?
game's
When you're done.
Yeah, when you're done.
When you guys do your little sign-off thing, that's when I go to bed.
Yeah.
Wow.
Sleep is not a part of our lives. I tell people I'm really 21 years old. I just look at this bad because I've had no sleep.
Get up at
Problem.
3:45 every day. Like, you catch up on weekends? You like sleep all
We
weekend?
try.
That's the stuff I got to know. This is grounded left side. Laurie can't get it. Will scoot by McCoy. And reaching at first base is Lavarnway.
How are they going to score this one? I think that should be a base hit also.
I don't know, Jerry.
Very crisply played tilt here, Remdog.
You've got to have that at home.
It's an error charge to Laurie. You're wrong again.
I'm 0 for 2 today.
So it is his second miscue, third base, 1 out, 1 on.
You know, they read this promo that we got, and I feel like I should not be part of the promo. You got Boomer Esiason, Tom Brady, and me.
Oh, I think you should be first on the promo. First on the
It
promo.
just doesn't
Are you
sound,
kidding?
It doesn't sound right to me.
Well, maybe after Brady, but before Boomer. You're a legend, Remdog.
Yeah.
Carl Crawford batting. He takes strike one. You guys had Tom Brady on yesterday. Is that going to be his regular day every week?
No, we had him on today. On Monday Night Football.
Okay.
On Monday Night Football nights, Tuesday's his day off, so he prefers to sleep in and do it on Wednesday.
Yeah.
But all other days it'll be on a Monday, Patriot Monday.
Yeah, that part will not be on
Giselle
Nesson,
doesn't want to share him on days off.
Well, I can understand.
Yeah. There's some sort of contractual obligation thing there that we can't show it on Nesson.
After 9 o'clock.
Every Monday after Sunday games, every Wednesday after Monday night games.
Right.
Is that right?
There'll only be one more time he's on a Wednesday. All you need to know is Patriot Monday every Monday. 93.7 FM.
He had to feel pretty good about the way things went over this weekend.
Oh,
yeah.
But it's funny.
You mean with this team?
No, the
Patriots.
This weekend wasn't too good for them.
No.
For this team.
Hey, I don't know if you discussed this since we've been out in the stands. Can you make the case that last night was the biggest win of the season for the Red Sox?
It was very big,
Yeah.
yes, very big, especially coming off that road trip the way they did, to get a win last night, get Wakefield's 200th win out of the way.
So it was the biggest day off of the season,
they
followed
needed
by
it.
the biggest win of the season,
They needed
followed
a day
by
off,
Wakefield's
definitely,
biggest win of his career.
Well, let me ask you guys. We were on the road when this was all going on. We're there for the losing. What was the take from a lot of the college people starting to get a little...
It wasn't a lot of anger. I think that a lot of people were giving up, just saying even if they make the playoffs, they're not going to get anywhere. And, there was just no faith in the pitching staff, no faith in the pitchers.
It was certainly a very difficult trip. The Red Sox with a big victory last night, trying to make it 2 in a row as Crawford strikes out. It's the third strikeout of the day for Romero, 2 down.
So, Remdog, who asks the better questions, Dennis or Callahan, when you're on?
Well, all I know is that I know that you're going to ask the first one, and it's going to be more of a statement question.
I'm pontificating, is that what you say? I pontificate for a few minutes.
And then Jerry's going to slide one in at the end. So
Yeah.
At the end, he's going to try to slide something in, so I got to be ready for it.
Yeah, we used to talk about his favorite soap operas and stuff, but we that kind of ran its course.
Yes.
Yeah.
Plus, he doesn't do anything anymore.
That's true.
No.
Yeah, it's pretty much sleep, and that's it.
Sleep and come here.
Aren't you the opposite of that beer guy that says the world's most interesting man?
He's the least most interesting person I know.
World's least interesting
That's true.
man.
He used to be all into the gossip. He used to read the gossip magazine.
No, I still do, but
Do you?
it
You
doesn't.
keep it to yourself.
It doesn't fly as well on TV anymore. I guess. But,
Only in blowouts.
Yeah,
blowouts. Yeah.
And the 2 down runner at first, Jason Varitek grounds to third base. Laurie will go to second. And that'll wrap it up and our conversation. We look forward to hearing you guys on FM. Thanks for coming up.
Don, great to see you. My pleasure.
Thanks for having us.
We'll talk to you in the morning.
Talk to you tomorrow,
He's going to ask
Remdog.
the first question, so be ready.
All right.
Gonzalez to help local families by donating $1,000 for every home run Adrian hits this season to select Habitat for Humanity affiliates in eastern Massachusetts. 3-2, Red Sox on top of the Blue Jays. And what do we got here? All the way from Canada. Desert Storm to Fenway Park.
It's quite a trip.
Well, glad you're here. And so far, Red Sox off to a 3-2 advantage. Is coming to bat here for the Blue Jays, Eric Thames. Jose Bautista and Adam Lynn to bat in the 5th inning. John Lackey working into the 5th at 78 pitches. And the first pitch misses inside, ball 1. Thames 1 for 2. And he singled in the first, struck out swinging in the second. I don't think they realize, Jerry, that you get up half an hour before your hit in the morning, and then you read the papers, you have some coffee. I mean, you're ready to go. I think they had the impression that you just rolled out of bed or did it from bed.
No. You got to be sharp when you're on the radio like that. And I think it happened one time, and it was in Cleveland. And before I had my struggles, the phone rang me up and woke me up, and I was downhill from there.
You weren't quite ready.
No.
Well, I knew you got up prepared. I always knew that.
You do the same thing.
Yes.
You just can't roll out of bed.
No.
You know.
1-2 to Thames. It's on the ground right side. Pedroia will move over. Lackey's going to cover, and he does. Broke right away from the mound. He saw what was materializing. And they retired Thames 4-1 on the putout, first out of the 5th.
Good job by John Lackey, who is taught anything to the right side, you get over to cover first base, and also an excellent feed here from Dustin Pedroia, who leads him very nicely to that first base bag. So he can catch the ball, then look down and find the bag.
And professional courtesy here for Lackey as Veritek went out and give him a break, a breather. He's going to race over and cover for the first out of the 5th inning. Jose Bautista is coming up. Bautista's walked and grounded back to the mound. It's a 1-0. That is on the outside corner. 1-1. Lackey coming in at 12-12 into this outing. 6.30 earned run average. 26th start of the year. And a strike right in there. Bautista is down in the count, 1-2. Fourth appearance of the year for Lackey against Toronto. Second at home. 1-2. The first 3 starts against Toronto this year. Breaking ball in the dirt, 2-2. John has allowed 4 or more runs in 6 of his last 7 outings against Toronto since he joined the Red Sox in 2010. So far today, he's held them to 2 runs, both runs coming in the first inning. Works with 1 out in the 5th. This is lined into right center field, a base hit. Over is McDonald to play it, but Bautista's got a 1-out single. Second time he's been aboard today.
That's some nice hitting there by Bautista, too. It's a good pitch by Lackey. You're going to see that it's going to be way down and away off the plate, well off the plate, but great plate coverage there by Jose Bautista to pick up the base hit to right field. Not going to hit a home run with that kind of swing, but you can get yourself a base hit, and that's what Bautista did.
One out, 1 on. Adam Lynn, the batter, he's 0 for 2. Lined out to center in the first. Fouled out to the third baseman, Kevin Youkilis, in the third. take strike one.
Batista at first base has 8 steals on the season. He has been caught 5 times.
One ball, one strike to Adam Lind. He's really fallen on hard times at the plate lately. Lind, who a very good first half. He's really struggled lately. He's sitting at just 176 of the last 17 games. Was coming into today. He's now 12 for his last 70. Fouls it off and is down 1-2. For every Red Sox game that goes into extra innings or the Red Sox get a save, CVS Pharmacy will donate $500 to Children's Hospital Boston. CVS Pharmacy is the official pharmacy of the Boston Red Sox. 1 out, 1 on here in the top of the 5th. There is Edwin Encarnacion, who waits on deck. Lind will foul off another, and it hangs at 1-2. John Lackey had to throw 31 first inning pitches. And the pitch count up to 92 now with 1 out here in the 5th inning. Some stirring in the pen, but nobody warming yet for this combination of Terry Francona and Kurt Young. Runner goes and jammed his Lind, fouling it off. Batista was off with the pitch. Outside 2-2 to Lind. Yankees in Seattle again tonight. Tampa Bay is in Baltimore. That is also nighttime baseball. It's outside, full count.
A lot of night action in the American League and a lot of day games going on today in the National League.
Only other day game in the American League. The Tigers are finally losing a game. They're down 4-1 to the White Sox. Detroit has now won 11 straight games and virtually secured their postseason ticket right now. They got a 12.5 game lead over the White Sox and Indians. Three-two pitch to Adam Lind. Runner goes, and another foul off to the left. Ninth pitch of the at-bat coming up for Adam Lind, who's hung in here pretty tough against John Lackey. John Dennis making his way back to his very comfortable front row seat. There he is, back home where he's comfortable, right in front. Runner goes, another foul ball. It's time now for today's AT&T trivia question. He was the only Red Sox in franchise history to have 2 20-home run and 20 stolen base seasons.
Interesting question. I have a guess, but I'm probably wrong.
My guess would be a shortstop.
20 steals and 20 home runs?
Yes. Through the right side into right field, a base hit for Lind. Touching second, heading for third is Bautista. The throw is going to be close and safe as the ball comes out. And Bautista gets to third on the single by Lind. Tying run now 90 feet away.
Now Adam Lind continues to be a very difficult out for John Lester. Picks up the base hit. A good strong throw by Darnell McDonald in right field. That ball down and in, and the base hit, as you can see, by Adam Lind. A very close play at third base. It just bounced out of the glove. It looked like of Kevin Youkilis on the slide. That throw was right on target, but not in time. You see, as Youkilis tries to apply the quick tag, it pops out of his glove.
The pitching line brought to you by Ace Ticket. 4 1/3 for Lackey now. 7 hits, 2 runs, a walk, 4 Ks. Approaching that 100 pitch mark. This would be number 99 coming up to Edwin Encarnacion. Encarnacion is 2 for 2. Single to center, infield hit to short. And he's got an RBI. That's in there for a strike. 1-1. Mentioned there was stirring before. Now there's action. Franklin Morales warming in the Red Sox pen. Line to left. Crawford makes the catch on the liner. Bautista bluffed as if he was going to go to draw the throw, but nothing doing. And that's a big out. 2 down.
Yeah, that's a bad base running play by Bautista because he was down the line. And by the time he got back to tag up, it was too late to go. The line drive out there, certainly deep enough to smother him. But look at Bautista. He was down the line. By the time he gets back to that bag, you can't go then. So the Red Sox really catch a break right there.
So 2 down here in the 5th. First and third, and Kelly Johnson coming up. Second baseman for the Blue Jays. Johnson singled in the first, struck out swinging in the third. 1 for 2. Terry Francona lining up his defense. Straight away in the outfield as the runner held on at first by Adrian Gonzalez. First and third here for the Jays. There's strike 1 to Johnson. Lackey up over 100 now, 102, right at his average. Still got a ways to go before he reaches that 125, which is his high on the year. On the ground to first. Gonzalez will tag the bag, and Lackey out of the jam in the 5th. Halfway through this one, Red Sox have a 3-2 lead. Highest customer satisfaction in retail banking in the New England region 2 years in a row by J.D. Power and Associates. Find out more of what we're made of at easternbank.com. 3-2. Red Sox on top of the Blue Jays. Last half of the 5th inning. And a beautiful day so far in Boston. The shadows have encompassed the home plate area, making their way out to the mound now. As Darnell McDonald leads it off here in the 5th. And one right back up the middle sends Romero down to the mound, but a base hit ripped back up the middle by McDonald.
Now, McDonald also a guy that came into this game with very good numbers against Romero. 364. 1 for 2 this afternoon as he takes this one right under the legs of Romero. The Red Sox having a little better success this afternoon than they did last time they faced him up in Toronto.
Lead runner on for Boston. 3rd time in 5 innings. First 2 times they scored when getting the lead runner on. Pedroia in the 2nd. Ellsbury in the 3rd as that one almost grazed him. Ball 1. Two and 0. Popped up. Catcher Aaron Sebia backpedaling to fair ground. Actually stepped back into foul ground to make the catch. First out of the 5th inning. Let's get some news and notes from Heidi.
Well, Don, it is time for your MLB news and notes brought to you by HP. Justin Verlander continues his dominant season, winning his 11th straight game 5-0 over the White Sox last night. The win is also the Tigers' 11th straight as a team as they continue to be one of the hottest teams heading into the postseason in just a couple weeks. And Yankees closer Mariano Rivera earned his 600th career save last night, closing out the Yankees' 3-2 win over the Mariners. Rivera is now 1 save shy of tying Trevor Hoffman's all-time record for saves with 601. Don?
All right, Heidi, thank you very much. It's amazing how few pitchers now, Jerry, win 20 games, but then to go beyond that is now amazing.
Go beyond 20 games is amazing.
And the work of Mariano Rivera. Watched the end of that game last night out in Seattle and made very quick work of the M's. Continues to amaze.
I give you a lot of credit, Don, going home and watching a ball game like that very late at night with a day game the next day.
Cannot get enough baseball, Jerry. You know what's amazing, though, is if you do what we do, really the only opportunity you have is to watch West Coast baseball.
Right.
So I know about everything there is to know about these Seattle Mariners, the Angels, the Oakland A's out there in the West, because that's what's on by the time you get home.
Yeah, so I don't.
You don't do that.
I don't have the package.
Really?
No.
This is shot back up the middle. Johnson will touch second, fire to first, and what appeared to be a promising beginning to the inning ends quickly. We played 5, 3-2. Red Sox on top.
Amica Insurance. Amica Insurance is not just how you're covered, it's how you're treated. And John Lackey getting out of trouble last inning in the 5th. A line drive by Encarnacion. And Batista can't score from third. Then a hard ground ball to first base. Gonzalez has it. You can see Lackey still limping. That the ball he took off the leg last time out is still causing him some discomfort.
Well, that is a bird's eye view. 3-2 Red Sox on top of the Blue Jays. That's up there. The pitcher is inside.
I think that's above third base, I believe. As I look out there now, you can see him.
There he is.
Up on the light tower.
The highest seat of them all here at Fenway Park.
That's Fenway's roof deck. Fits one bird.
And 1-0 is in there for a strike, and it's 1-1. Brett Lawrie 0 for 2. He's done the same thing twice. It's ground to shortstop Marco Scutaro. Time's up to the task in the first and again in the fourth. Goes around for strike 2. Hit in the back as he heads down to first base.
Well, that's the last thing Lackey wants to do here in a one-run ball game is hit a leadoff man, and that's exactly what he does to Lawrie with a couple of strikes on him, trying to come inside, comes too far inside.
He's at 19 batters, 6 more than Alfredo Aceves and Fausto Carmona. And Ricky Romero, today's Blue Jays starter, also on the list. Lawrie hit to begin things here in the 6th inning. Tying run put on base with nobody out. And here's JP Arancibia. Arancibia is 0 for 2. He popped out to first base in the 2nd. Reached on an error in the 4th inning. Error charged to Marco Scutaro in the 4th.
Lawrie at first base has 6 steals on the season, has not been caught. Perfect 6 for 6.
Swinging a foul tip. 1-1. It's time now for the answer to today's AT&T trivia question. It was the only Red Sox in franchise history to have 2 20 home runs, 20 stolen base seasons. And the answer is Jackie Jensen. Jensen first pulled it off in '54. We had 25 home runs, 22 stolen bases. Repeated the feat 5 years later. 28 home runs, 20 steals. Mark has now been reached 8 times. The runner goes, swing and a miss. The throw is going to get into center field. So Lawrie hops up and heads to third base. Veritek's throw tailing to the first base side is second. It's a stolen base and an error charged to Jason Varitek.
Very good jump at first base by Lawrie, and that throw's going to sail, as you can see, going into second base. It's going to sail away from second base. Pedroia can't knock it down. It gets into center field, and Lawrie moves on to third base now with nobody out.
So Lawrie now at third base with nobody out, and here's a foul off to the right. Just to finish up that thought, the mark of 20 home runs and 20 stolen bases has now been reached 8 times in Red Sox history. Carl Yastrzemski, Ellis Burks, John Valentin, Nomar Garciaparra had done so prior to this season. Dustin Pedroia reached the mark last night with his 2 home runs, joining Ellsbury as the first pair of Red Sox to accomplish the feat in the same season. Infield in as the 1-2 fouled off to the right.
I guess we were both wrong.
I thought it was Nomar.
Yeah, I was thinking Tommy Harper.
Okay. Franklin Morales, Alfredo Aceves warming up in the pen. 112 pitches right now for John Lackey. In the dirt outside, 2-2.
Nice block here by Veritek to keep that man at third base. Breaking ball will come back toward the catcher. And that time deflecting off the chest protector of Veritek.
Outside, ball 3. Full count now to Aaron Sebia. Mentioned the high for Lackey's 125 pitches. Did that against Tampa Bay back on the 17th of August in 6 2/3. Was the most as a member of the Red Sox and the second most he's ever thrown in his career. 3-2 pitch is to center field. Ellsbury coming in, and in one motion is going to catch and throw. And it's cut off. Not trying it was Laurie. One down.
A late break out there. I think Jacoby was fooled on contact and took him a while to get going. There's contact, hesitation, and now starts to come in. And with that momentum coming towards home plate, no chance of scoring the runner.
Here comes Terry Francona. John Lackey at 115 pitches, and that'll be his last. He departs with the Red Sox on top 3-2. Dealers with TC, Peter, and Heidi. The preview Kyle Weiland start as the Red Sox welcome the Rays to Fenway for a pivotal 4-game series. Plus the Boston Globe's Nick Cafardo will have the latest news and notes from around the majors. All that and much more tomorrow at 6 only on NESN. Well, John Lackey gives the Red Sox 5 1/3 today. 115 pitches as he has a chance for a win today. Needs some help from the pen. The tying run 90 feet away with one out. He's called to the bullpen. Brought to you by your New England Ford dealers. And the new pitcher, Franklin Morales, into the game for Boston. His 32nd appearance, 0-1, 3.33 earned run average. 27 innings, has an even 27 strikeouts and 245 opponent batting average against Morales. He pitched a perfect 8th inning on Sunday at Tampa Bay. 8th game that he's finished with the Red Sox, and he's not given a run in 13 of his last 14 outings, dating back to August the 7th, and overall just one earned run in 10 in the last 2/3 innings.
Red Sox have the infield pulled in with the man at third base and one out now in the inning.
Adam Lowen, the batter. The swing and a miss for strike one. Foul tipped it into Varitek's mitt. Squaring, and the safety squeeze perhaps as ducking back to third was Laurie.
They see Laurie coming down the line, and I believe you're right, Don. The suicide squeeze was probably not on. If he gets the ball down, then it's the option of the base runner to see whether he can score or not.
Another long look by Lowen, trying to get Brian Butterfield's attention again to go through the signs again. Brian Butterfield, Maine native. He has survived many managerial changes in Toronto. His pitch in there for strike 1 and 2. He was there, of course, along with John Gibbons, Carlos Tosca before that. Buck Martinez at one point, and staying there through Cito Gaston's return, and now John Farrell's return. One of the best coaches in the game. 1-2 fouled off to the left out of play. And 97 from Morales. This copyrighted telecast is presented by authority of the Boston Red Sox and not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. And the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without express written consent of the Boston Red Sox. Brett Laurie at third base. A tying run there for the Jays as they bat here in the top half of the 6th inning. 1 out. And a 1-2 to Adam Lowen. In the dirt, and it's 2-2. This one fouled off. In the next round of our newest reality competition series, AT&T School Nesson's College Face-Off, presented in part by your local Chevy dealers. Providence and UConn go head-to-head. Find out who takes this battle of wits tomorrow night after Red Sox coverage, and visit nesson.com/schooled for more.
I saw it last night. UMass beat Maine in a thriller last night. Yes. They came back very late in that, whatever you call it.
Battle of wits.
Battle of wits.
2-2 pitch to Adam Lowen. Tap foul, still 2-2. Lowen with a single in the second inning. He struck out swinging in the fourth. All that was against John Lackey, getting his first look here at Franklin Morales. Brett Laurie, who was hit by a pitch to begin the inning, stole second, took third on the errant throw by Jason Varitek. He represents the tying run. Pop-up foul, backing out of play.
Yeah, pretty tough at bat put on by Lowen here. I thought the breaking ball would get him, but he's able to foul it off and lives to see another pitch. Pretty good breaking ball here by Morales, down and away, but Lowen slaps it foul.
Ninth pitch of the at-bat coming up for Adam Lowen. Saw 8 pitches in his first 2 at-bats combined. Ground ball towards second. Pedroia's coming home. The throw will be in time, and Varitek holds on to the baseball as he takes the hit. The out recorded. The captain rocked off his feet, but he holds on to the baseball, and the Red Sox have the one-run lead still.
Well, the Jays playing contact with the infield in, and perfectly executed by Pedroia and Veritek. First of all, Pedroia checking the runner at third. He's coming. This throws a strike, and then Veritek getting barreled over by Laurie, but is able to hold on to the baseball.
So 2 down, a huge out. Low and down at first base as Mike McCoy, 0 for 3 in the game, stands in. Throw to first, and they pick him off. So Franklin Morales coming in to get the job done. Red Sox lead at 3-2 after 5.5. Peter and Heidi get a breakdown of John Lackey's outing, including his take on today's performance of the manager's perspective in the From the Press Room segment. Also take a look back at some of the milestones in Major League Baseball this season. It's all coming up right after the game on WB Mason Extra Innings Live. Well, Adam Lowen picked off at first base, and that move is still amazing for Franklin Morales.
It's so quick, and I'll tell you, I wouldn't want to be on first base with that pickoff move, because he'd get me every time.
Adrian Gonzalez leading it off here in the home half of the 6th inning. It's a high fly ball out to right field. Back goes Batista at the wall. It's gone into the bullpen. Adrian Gonzalez with his 26th home run of the year gives the Red Sox some insurance on top now, 4-2.
Six home runs this season for Adrian Gonzalez against the Toronto Blue Jays. So the Red Sox cut down a run at the plate, and they add one here in the bottom of the 6th on the home run by Gonzalez, number 26. This has been a good ball game here this afternoon.
And Pedroia grounding out to third base. Adrian Gonzalez, it's only his 3rd home run of the year against left-handed pitching. Hess and Hess Express, proud sponsors of the Red Sox and the Red Sox on Nesson during the 2011 Red Sox season. Hess and Hess Express will donate $500 to the Pediatric Trauma Program at Children's Hospital Boston for every Red Sox home run. Hess and Hess Express committed to helping the cause. So a home run by Gonzalez, a ground out to third base for Dustin Pedroia. And Kevin Youkilis now with a 1-0. And he takes a strike, 1-1. Youkilis singled and scored in the 2nd inning. Struck out swinging in the 4th inning. Ball 4, and down to first base goes Kevin Youkilis. It's the first walk given up by Romero.
A lot happening over the last couple of minutes. The collision at home plate. Varitek able to hold on to the baseball. The pickoff at first base by Morales. Not even close there. And then Adrian Gonzalez with the home run to give the Red Sox a 2-run lead here in the 6th inning.
First home run at Fenway since July 7th for Adrian Gonzalez. This is in the air to shallow right. Batista coming in. And that is out number 2 as Ryan Lavarnway is retired. So Ricky Romero has 2 outs here in the 6th inning. Carl Crawford coming up. Crawford's had a tough time against this Blue Jays lefty today. Struck out swinging in the 2nd. Struck out looking in the 4th inning. Fly ball sent down the 3rd baseline will make its way into the crowd. In the dirt, knocked down by Aaron Sebia. Off the glove of Romero. He's going to try and run it down. He does. Flips to second just in time. Nice play by Ricky Romero. As he gets the out that ends the inning as the Red Sox get a home run from Adrian Gonzalez and take a 4-2 lead.
Baseball is brought to you by Foxwoods Resort Casino, official resort casino of the Boston Red Sox.
(4-2) Red Sox on top of the Blue Jays. A defensive change for the Red Sox as Lars Anderson comes into the game at first base. Not sure what this is for exactly. If Adrian hurt himself, he just homered, and the new pitcher is Alfredo Aceves 48th appearance of the year, 9-2, 2.88 earned run average. And it's sitting at 205 against Aceves. Mike McCoy takes ball one away. McCoy has struck out, fly to right, and reached on a fielder's choice. In there for a strike. And this was the home run for Adrian Gonzalez. One is low and outside, 2-1.
Now, there has to be something wrong with Gonzalez, because you certainly don't make this move defensively. You're talking about one of the best defensive first basemen in the league in Gonzalez.
You don't make the move with the score as it is.
No.
4-2. McCoy takes ball 3. The line on Lackey today, he went to 5 1/3, 7 hits, 2 runs, walked 1, and struck out 4. Chance for the victory today. Came in at 12-12. Need some help from the pen, which he got from Morales in the 6th inning. Got his 2 outs. No hits, no runs, no walks, no Ks. Picked off Adam Lowen to end the 6th inning. Curveball in there for strike 2. Line to right center. Ellsbury on the run will make the running grab. Mike McCoy retired for the first out of the 7th inning. Well, coming up after the game, it's Granite City Electric Red Sox final with TC, Peter, and Heidi. The final word from Fenway, and a look ahead of the pitching matchup between Kyle Weiland and Jeremy Hellickson in tomorrow's series opener with the Rays. Also have highlights from the Phillies-Astros game as Philadelphia tries to become the first team to punch their ticket to the postseason. It's all coming up right after the game, only on NESN. Phillies have 94 wins right now. 1 out in the 7th inning. Eric Thames the batter. And a pitch down and in. Thames singled and scored in the 1st inning. Struck out swinging in the 2nd. Grounded out in the 5th. 1 for 3 day for the Blue Jays left fielder. In there for strike 1. Well, don't forget to follow NESN on Twitter to be part of every game's conversation. Coming up next half inning, I'll take a look at what you've had to say about today's game so far in the Twitter world. So stay with us to see if your tweet is seen right here on NESN. Ground ball diving is Lars Anderson. He'll flip to Aceves, 2 down.
Well, Lars Anderson just coming in the ball game. His defense throughout the years has certainly improved and makes a nice diving play here. Gets up, the underhand flip to Aceves coming first base. And the Red Sox pick up the 2nd out of the inning. Nice play by Anderson.
Dunkin' Donuts is in its 13th year of hosting local youth groups and charitable organizations in the Dunkin' Dugout, a special seating section at Fenway Park. Thousands of children have had the chance to catch a Red Sox home game thanks to Dunkin' Donuts. 2 outs in the 7th inning. Jose Bautista backs out. He walked and scored in the 1st, grounded out in the 3rd, singled in the 5th. Wally enjoying Jay baseball here at Fenway Park. Feet up, relaxing. He's got Cracker Jacks. He's all set. It's ball 3, 3-0. on deck. 2 outs here in the 7th inning. Fred Young to the phone. Nobody warming right now. And there's a strike. 3-1. Gary Tuck on the other end. There's ball 4, and Batista down to first base with 2 outs in the 7th inning. A walk. Second time Batista has walked in the game, and it is Daniel Bard who's just up, starting to warm.
And with those 2 walks today for Batista, he now has 117 walks on the season.
I want to remind you to get one of the best sports sections in the country delivered to your home every day. Sign up now for convenient Boston Globe home delivery at bostonglobe.com/sports. 2 down in the 7th inning. Jose Batista at first base, and Adam Lind is coming up, represents the tying run. Lind has lined out to center, fouled out to Kevin Youkilis at third base, and singled to right field. 1 for 3 day in his first appearance of the series. Fly ball, playable in center field for Jacoby Ellsbury. Makes the catch. It ends the 7th inning. It is 7th inning stretch from Fenway. 4-2 Red Sox on top.
Going to be the collision at home plate between Brett Laurie and Jason Varitek. And a good solid collision too, as Varitek is able to hold on to the baseball. Laurie going for the glove, trying to knock the ball out of the glove. But Varitek holds on, gets knocked back, and still holds on to the baseball. 2 hands on the baseball for Varitek. Coors Light Freeze Can brought to you by Fresh Brewed Coors Light, the world's most refreshing beer. Almost forgot the rest of it.
A new third baseman as Brett Laurie comes out of the game. Mark Tien takes over at third. Seen him pinch hit on a few occasions, former Kansas City Royal. So he is in at third base now, and the captain leads it off against Ricky Romero. He's back to the hill, 84 pitches deep into his outing through the first 6 innings. Varitek, McDonald, and Ellsbury scheduled to bat. Varitek trying to bunt his way on, but it is strike 1. Red Sox getting 2 runs in the 2nd inning, a run in the 3rd, and 1 in the 6th inning. Home run by Adrian Gonzalez, who left this game as Lars Anderson took over defensively for him in the top half of the inning. Chopped to third. Tien just into the game. He's got a long throw, and he gets it there in time. Varitek retired for the first out of the inning. It's time now for a look at the road ahead, brought to you by Safeco Insurance. Tomorrow, the Red Sox welcome the Tampa Bay Rays into Fenway for a 4-game series. It starts with a rematch of the pitching matchup from last Saturday. Jeremy Hellickson gets the ball for the Rays, looking for his 13th win of the year. Kyle Weiland will be looking for his first career win and his 4th career start. NESN's live coverage begins at 6 with Red Sox first pitch. McDonald grounds the first pitch foul. Darnell grounded out in the second inning. He singled in the 5th. 1 for 2 in the game. '90th pitch of the day for Ricky Romero. And it is lined towards right center field, but Batista moves over and makes the catch. Looking into the sun, 2 down. Well, it's time now to share the game with your fellow Sox fans by following NESN on Twitter. Let's see what some of you had to say about the game. And talk about Jacoby Ellsbury, no doubt about that. It's been an incredible year. I don't know. Did we hear the bullpen band going at all today?
I don't know. I don't recall hearing it.
Well, be sure to include the hashtag Red Sox for your tweets to be considered. Ellsbury ducking out of the way. The breaking ball for ball 1.
A lot of Jacoby stuff up on that. A lot of Jacoby tweets.
To left field. Thames going back, and he will get there to make the catch on the track. That ends the 7th inning. A 1-2-3 7th. We head for the 8th. 4-2 Red Sox. Eastern Bank believes something as simple as your checking account shouldn't come with a lot of strings attached. Eastern Free Checking. See just how good a checking account can feel. 4-2 Red Sox on top of the Blue Jays as we head to inning number 8. And on the mound for the Red Sox, their 4th pitcher of the day, Daniel Bard, his 64th appearance of the year, 2-7, with a 2.88 earned run average, 68 strikeouts and 65 2/3, and opponents only at 174 against Bard. He had lost for his 2nd straight outing Saturday at Tampa Bay. He allowed the winning run in the 11th inning. The last 2 outings, he's seen his ERA jump from 2.10 to 2.88. Now a career high 5 runs against these Jays back on the 7th in 1 inning. His 4th blown save of the year, 6th loss of 2011. We've not seen too many of those type outings, but the Blue Jays had one against Bard. As this one is missing for ball 2, 2-0. One thing we noticed over the weekend and in Toronto, it appeared the velocity was down a little bit for Bard.
Yeah, that last fastball at 98, though, or hits this afternoon.
That one in there at 97, and it's 2-1. He's got the most outings out of the pen. This is the 64th, tied for 9th most in the American League. 3-1. Edwin Encarnacion leading it off here in the 8th. Kelly Johnson, Mark Tien expected to bat in the inning. Here is ball 4 and a leadoff walk for Encarnacion. Let's send it down to Heidi.
Well, Don, as you mentioned, Daniel Bard took the loss in his last outing on Saturday night, his 2nd straight loss. And I talked to Sox closer Jonathan Papelbon and asked him how he handles these stretches where he gives up runs in key situations.
He's a professional just like everybody else on this team. And, I think for myself, a lot of times that I learn the most is when, you don't necessarily go out there and have your best stuff. And, he's strong mentally and physically, and he'll learn from it and go out there and be one of the best pitchers in the league, just like he always is.
And Terry Francona said he thought Bard actually pitched well in that last outing. He had a leadoff triple that just fell in, but was nearly caught by Jacoby Ellsbury. Bard got the 2nd batter out, and he had Evan Longoria down 0-2 before Longoria got the bat on a high fastball that was right where Bard said he wanted it, up and out of the strike zone. Bard said he felt good in that outing, but he obviously wasn't happy with the results. Don?
All right, Heidi, thanks very much. A leadoff walk here in this outing in the 8th against Toronto. And now he falls behind Kelly Johnson, 2-0. It's time for a game break and Tom Caron. TC? Okay, Tom, back here at Fenway Park. Red Sox have a 4-2 lead over the Blue Jays. The leadoff walk for Edwin Encarnacion, and now Daniel Bard falling behind Kelly Johnson, 2-0. Visit from his pitching coach. Now Bard with a 2-0 pitch. 3-0.
We noticed on that last road trip, Don, that his arm angles seemed to drop a little bit to the side. That doesn't seem to be the case today.
But not throwing strikes either. Down to first goes Johnson. Back-to-back walks from Bard.
Now let's see how John Farrell plays this now. Down by 2 runs. Does he sacrifice in this situation to try to get 2 men in the scoring position? Working toward the bottom of the batting order. He may just let Tien swing away. We'll see.
Bard had walked 3 in that outing against Toronto, which he imploded as he has runners at first and second here. Nobody out. Tien just a 189 average. And he is squaring and offering, but couldn't get it. Strike 1. Drops the bunt down as Bard comes off the hill. He'll fire to first and throw it away. Off the glove of Anderson, but it's backed up by Pedroia. No further advance, but Tien reaches who's trying to sacrifice, ends up getting on.
Now Bod with that sidearm flip to first base. The ball kept tailing away from Lars Anderson. Actually, a ball that could have been handled by Anderson down at first base. Instead, everybody's safe. See, Anderson was upset with himself on that because that is a ball, even though it was not a strike to first base, that could have been handled.
So bases loaded, nobody out here for the Blue Jays. JP Arancibia 0 for 3 in the game. They'll see take strike one. 98 in the fastball. Papelbon, the closer, warming in the pen. He just started. Arancibia to third base. Euclid a bobble. He will throw across to first, and they get the one out. As the run scores to make it a one-run game, in from third comes Encarnacion. And at first, you're thinking about a double play and a ground ball to third base. You go from that to a bobble, and then almost didn't get the guy at first.
Yeah, I think one option may have been to come home with that had he played it clean and get that lead runner. Once he bobbles it, though, the only option is to go to first base. It's hard to tell right there exactly what Uke was thinking, whether he was going to go for the 2 or come home. But once he bobbled it, he had no other option but to go to first base. And a one-hop throw to first base.
Tying run 90 feet away. Adam Lowen takes strike one. 99 that time from Bard, so no problem with the velocity. Lowen singled in the second, struck out in the fourth, reached on a fielder's choice in the sixth inning. Lowen fouls it off himself. Slider missing, kind of surrounded the plate.
Yeah, Bard trying to go backdoor to that outside corner with the slider, but just misses. Not by very much.
Outside again, 2-2. Walked the first two that he faced here in the inning. He's thrown 10 balls and 7 strikes. Breakdown of his first 17 pitches. Swing and a foul. Lowen stays alive. Boston Red Sox baseball on NESN is brought to you by Southwest Airlines. One out. Runners at second and third for Toronto in the eighth. A run in. Red Sox have a 1-run advantage. Johnson at third. T in at second. 2-2 pitch to Adam Lowen. Lowen sends it into center field. A base hit. Johnson will score. Here comes the go-ahead run. The throw is going to be not in time. That'll play 2, and the Blue Jays will take a 5-4 lead. A big 2-run single for Adam Lowen puts the Blue Jays on top.
Second hit of the day for Lowen, and the biggest one of the day for the Toronto Blue Jays. A fastball taken right back up the middle to drive in 2 runs. So walks really hurt Daniel Bard here in the 8th inning.
That is now 9 earned runs allowed in the last 3 outings for Daniel Bard. Cannot imagine him walking back-to-back batters to start tonight. I can't think of another time where that's happened. And it happens today. Both the walks turn into runs. Very quickly here, the Red Sox trail by a run. So Lowen at first base, still just one out, and Mike McCoy, the batter. Out to the bag at first is Lowen.
I was thinking that they may try to keep the pressure on here with some kind of play, maybe a hit and run play.
There's a strike to Mike McCoy. McCoy struck out in the first, flied out to right in the second, reached on a fielder's choice in the fourth, and then lined out to center in the seventh inning. His fifth AB of the day. The 0-1 pitch from Bard. Slider is grounded right side. Pedroia was going to cover the bag at second, but he gets back to make the play. Heading for third is Lowen. He will be out at third base. Turns out to be a double play. That ends the inning, but the Blue Jays take a 5-4 lead. By Uno's with TC, Peter, and Heidi at 6:30. The preview tomorrow's series opener with the Rays as the Red Sox gear up for a pivotal 4-game series with Tampa. Plus the Boston Globe's Peter Abraham with the latest news from the Red Sox clubhouse. Live coverage begins tomorrow at 6 right here on NESN.
Well, as expected, they did try a hit and run play, but you don't see many of them end up the way that one did. Pedroia able to regroup, get back over, and make the play on the ground ball to get the out at first base, and then a good, strong, accurate throw by Lars Anderson gets Lowen at third base.
So Lowen, who had been picked off earlier in the game by Franklin Morales, gets thrown out to end last inning, and the Red Sox now trail by a run 5-4. Ricky Romero's got a lead. Here's a pop-up from Marco Scudero, right side. Johnson The second baseman, a bit of an adventure, but he puts it away for the first out of the 8th. Well, don't miss our own Jerry Remy tomorrow morning with the best sports talkers in Boston, Dennis and Callahan. Now 93.7 FM. It all begins at 6 a.m. on the WEEI Sports Radio Network and right here on Nesson. One out in the 8th inning. Lars Anderson getting his first at bat. Took over defensively for Adrian Gonzalez. An inning ago. Pitch in there for a strike. Numbers for Lars Anderson, 136 games with the Paw Sox. In there for strike 2. Brett Laurie left this game for the Blue Jays with a left knee contusion. We're still unaware of the reason that Adrian Gonzalez left this game. 0-2 is didn't go.
One more look at the collision at home plate. Laurie coming out of the game after this collision. Veritek really took the worst of it, but Laurie out of the game with the left knee contusion.
Anderson goes around, strikes out, gets away from Aaron Sebia briefly, fires down to first for the out. There's Anderson, the 4th strikeout victim of the day for Ricky Romero.
Romero staying with the breaking ball right there, the curveball against Lars Anderson. That time he does swing. They have to throw him out at first base.
Visit the official online shop of the Red Sox at redsox.com. Browse the largest online selection of authentic team gear, including official caps, t-shirts, jerseys, collectibles, and more. Get your team gear straight from the source shop, the redsox.com shop. 2 down for Dustin Pedroia. Dustin singled and scored in the 2nd. Flied out to right in the 3rd. Grounded out to 3rd base in the 6th inning. The ace ticket scoreboard. The Philadelphia Phillies, the first team into the postseason. Roy Halladay, a complete game 6-hit shutout. His 18th win as the Philadelphia Phillies get their 95th win, and they are headed to the postseason. High drive to left that'll curl foul. Plenty of distance, but to the left of the pole. And a foul ball for Dustin Pedroia, tried to tie the score with one swing of the bat. So Romero takes a deep breath, goes off the backside of the mound. Pedroia sends a fly ball to center field. Adam Lowen is out there, and he'll make the catch. It ends the inning. A 1-2-3 8th inning. We head for the 9th. Toronto on top 5-4. Back in the 6th inning at the infield end, Dustin Pedroia comes home with it, and Brett Laurie colliding with Jason Varitek holds onto the baseball and gets him out. The Red Sox would pull ahead by 2 runs on a home run from Adrian Gonzalez, his first since July here at Fenway Park. And for Gonzalez, his 26th home run of the year gave the Red Sox a 4-2 lead. And then Lowen comes up with a base hit to drive in 2 runs. And eventually the Blue Jays would go on to score 3 runs in the 8th. They've taken a 5-4 lead over the Red Sox as we head to the top half of the 9th inning. New pitcher is Jonathan Papelbon, his 58th appearance of the year, 4-0 with a 2.65 earned run average, 29 out of 30 in save opportunities. Obviously, this is not. 75 strikeouts to 10 walks, and opponents hitting under 200 at 197 against Papelbon. Well, we got the word on Adrian Gonzalez. He leaves the game with left calf tightness. We watched him run around the bases, and although he does not have a great deal of speed and does not usually get around all that fast, he was a little slow around the bases and towards the end of that home run trot. He does not come back out again. Left calf tightness is the word. And Lars Anderson took over for him defensively at first base. Eric Thames ahead 1-0. Ground ball down to first. Anderson got him in the backhand and taken himself for the first out of the 9th inning.
Nice backhanded play there by Lars Anderson, who'll take it by himself, get the first out here in the top of the 9th inning. And one more look at the home run by Adrian Gonzalez. Tough to tell as he runs in a home run trot around the bases, but leaving the game with the calf problem.
Frank Francisco, the closer for the Blue Jays, up in the pen. 1-run game right now. 1 out in the 9th as Jose Bautista, the batter. He takes strike 1. 96 on the fastball from Papelbon. He's walked twice and singled in the game. He's also grounded out. Don't forget, coming up immediately after the game, to stay with us for WB Mason Extra Innings Live. It's all the post-game coverage you'll need right here on NESN. 1 out in the 9th. Jose Bautista down in the count, 0-2. Strike 3 call. Papelbon makes quick work of Bautista. He doesn't buy into it, but he's out number 2.
A good pitch there by Papelbon. The fastball away to the outside part of the plate to pick up the strikeout.
It's 0-2 down here in the 9th inning, and Adam Lynn, the batter. He's got 1 hit today, 1 for 4 days, single to right field back in the 5th inning. Swing and a miss for strike 1.
Slider that time from Papelbon.
Well, looking ahead, you got Youkilis, Lavarnway, and Crawford scheduled in the 9th inning. I wonder about the availability of David Ortiz, who was not available in last night's game, not available to start this game today. Here's an 0-1 to Adam Lynn. Swing and a miss. One down, 1-2. Fastball that was up at 97. Up on good velocity today. Thrown 8 pitches, 6 strikes. Then fouls it off. Remains 1-2. On the hook now for the Red Sox is Daniel Bard, who came in 1 inning, 1 hit, 3 runs. He walked 2, did not strike anybody out. Bard 2-7 on the year. A 1-2 pitch to Adam Lind. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. We head for the bottom of the 9th. The Red Sox trail 5-4. By New England Subaru dealers. A beautiful day in Boston today. Red Sox were enjoying it until the top of the 8th when the Blue Jays scored 3 times to take a 5-4 lead. Now we head to the bottom of the 9th inning in this 1-run game. Blue Jays bring on their closer, Frank Francisco. His 51st appearance of the year, 1-4, 3.86 earned run average. He is 14 out of 18 in save opportunities. Tough numbers against the Red Sox, however. In 20 games, 0-3 with a 10.61 ERA. It's hitting at 384 for the Red Sox against Frank Francisco. It's 2 for 3 against the Red Sox in save opportunities this year. Hess and Hess Express, proud sponsors of the Red Sox and the Red Sox on Nesson. During the 2011 Red Sox season, Hess and Hess Express will donate $500 to the Pediatric Trauma Program at Children's Hospital Boston. For every Red Sox home run, Hess and Hess Express committed to helping the cause. Kevin Youkilis leading it off. Takes ball 1. Josh Reddick has come out on deck. Looks like he would bat for Ryan Lavarnway. Swing and a miss, and it's a ball and a strike now to Youkilis. Kevin's been aboard twice today. A single in the 2nd, struck out in the 4th, walked in the 6th inning. Sean Camp in case, warming in the pen for the Jays. Youkilis can't catch up to that, and it's 1-2.
And a rising fastball from Francisco at 96 miles an hour that time. Ends up about letter high to Youkilis.
Youkilis strikes out on the breaking ball for the first out of the ninth.
Well, Youkilis saw all his pitches in that at bat, his fastball, his splitter, and then the breaking ball to put him away.
Here is Josh Reddick with one out in the ninth. 296, 7 homers, 28 runs batted in as he takes ball one away. Brian Lavarnway today had been 1 for 3. Swing and a miss, 1-1. Carl Crawford waiting on deck. That's a strike, and it's 1-2.
Reddick didn't like it, but looked like a pretty good pitch.
Left-handed hitters are hitting the 307 against Frank Francisco. Reddick fouls it off and stays alive. Reminder to stay with us for Granite City Electric's Red Sox final. Complete post-game coverage coming up after the game from our Nesson studios. Swing and a miss. 98. Hardest pitch he's thrown yet, and he gets it by Reddick. 2 down in the ninth.
Well, Francisco having no problems so far with this Red Sox lineup. Back-to-back strikeouts. Youkilis, now Reddick. And it's down to Carl Crawford.
2 down in the ninth. Crawford 0 for 3. And he struck out twice today, reached on a fielder's choice. As he takes ball one. Ricky Romero today went the first 8 innings, giving up a total of 6 hits and 4 runs. Walked 1 and struck out 4. Chance to get his 15th win. 2-0. Saltalamacchia has come out on deck. He would bat for Veritek if this game continues. Crawford slices it foul, 2-1. Ball 3, 3-1. One pitch, and it's fouled off on the fastball. Full count. A little bit late. Francisco strikes out Youkilis. Reddick, a pinch hit, struck out. Both swinging. And a 3-2 pitch coming to Carl Crawford. Crawford gets a piece of the fastball. 2 down in the ninth. Francisco with a 3-2 pitch. Crawford will flare it out to shallow left. In comes Thames to make the catch as the Blue Jays hold on to down the Red Sox today. As the Blue Jays come back in the 8th inning. And Jay, you got to be concerned about Daniel Bard, who again another tough outing here today.
Yeah, it was a tough outing for Daniel Bard, and he's had a couple of those recently. And it seems to me more than mechanical, it's mental right now with him. And to come out and walk the first 2 batters in an inning where you have the lead is very unusual, not like him. And the Red Sox lost a great opportunity today. They had this one lined up the way they wanted it with the pitching. And unfortunately, Bard couldn't get the job done, and they ended up losing this ball game. So a tough loss for the Red Sox.
5-4.